What is good, credit people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobblam 2, and in today's video we're talking about GameStop and the whole AMC surge and all of these meme stocks, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know if you want to consider it meme technically, but basically Reddit has been blowing up some of these stocks for the people to actually make money instead of the hedge funds and the upper class, or all of these financial institutions being able to pretty much finesse all the money they want out of the market without any downside. And it looks like that theory has proven, because as we'll get into after the whole stream clip that we went over last night, in which I explained my interpretation of what's going down and how GameStop exploded in the stock market, all of the stock trading platforms, application sites crashed or went down purposely, and in my opinion they're in bed with all the financial institutions, exchanges, and hedge funds so that they wouldn't lose money. So without further ado, GameStop, AMC, Nokia, all of those stocks somewhat explained by a non-financial expert. Sorry if I'm stupid in the clip. Let's talk about it. All right, GameStop. Let's talk about GameStop. Let's stop the fucking chat and talk about the games. If you don't know, if you're not into stocks and whatnot, I'm into stocks a lot. My major in college was actually finance, but don't get it twisted. This is no financial advice or whatever disclaimer these YouTubers and streamers be using. I'm not giving you any financial advice. But basically, GameStop went up like, I don't even know what it was, like hundreds of percent up. Do you go to GameStop to buy games anymore? Probably not. You know why? Because we download games on Steam, on Xbox Dashboard, on PlayStation Plus, or whatever it's fucking called. And we don't need to go to GameStop, especially in the pandemic, where we don't want to fucking have little Timmy down the street coughing on us while we're getting in the car and giving us the AIDS of the zombie apocalypse. But anyway, GameStop apparently is going to the moon. Not actually, but so essentially what happened is they found out, and this is Reddit, by the way, so shout out r/Wall Street Bets. And GameStop is probably dumpster dive. All of these stocks that we're about to talk about are probably about to crash heavy. It's all just a bubble, okay? But Wall Street is some snakes. They are some snakes, but we'll get into that soon. So essentially what happened, and this is just my interpretation, by the way, some of these facts might be off because I'm not like the most well versed in financial trading and whatnot. It was 80x. Okay, thank you. There were more stocks that people and hedge funds and these big companies were shorting, taking a short position on, rather than stocks already existing. As in, if you don't know what a short position is essentially you promise you're gonna sell a stock. Essentially, you're betting that the stock is gonna decrease in price and then you'll gain money off of that. That's a short position, okay? So they found out that there were more short positions than stocks or even existed for GameStop. So a lot of these Redditors started buying the stocks to make the price going up, because the more people that buy the stock, the demand goes up and thus the price. And then since these hedge funds, hella rich people that had short positions on it, they didn't want to lose any more money, so they had to cancel out the short position by buying the stock, because you're selling, a short position is selling the stock, longing the stock is buying it. So they wanted to cancel it by buying it back, but all that was doing was increasing the price even further for GameStop because the demand was going up even higher. And yeah, Elon Musk even tweeted about it or something. Then the stock kept going up, and it's essentially a bubble that's basically just a premium, as in it doesn't even have that value, but it's about to crash very soon. And that happened with AMC, it's happened with Nokia and some others, like penny stocks essentially. I have a friend who bought Nokia at like 20 cents and then it went up to $20, but he bought like 1,000 of them. So he basically made like a couple $1,000 to $10,000. You can make a lot of money on the stock trading. And essentially what's going down is the trust in Wall Street is severely plummeting, because now that the hedge funds and these financial advisors were losing hella money because of their short positions on GameStop, AMC, Nokia, and some of these failing companies that were pretty much assumed to be dying very soon. And then all of a sudden the stock prices are going way up, hence why hedge funds are losing money. They teamed up, or theoretically teamed up, with like E-Trade, Robinhood, a lot of these stock trading apps and sites, and they crashed. They froze all of the stock trading for most stocks, including these stocks. So they didn't allow the average consumer and people on Reddit that started the whole trend of buying these stocks, and they made it so the hedge funds could get out of their positions while it was crashing. while E-Trade, Robinhood, and all of these apps wouldn't let you trade. So it's just super fucked. And so Reddit basically exposed Wall Street being in bed with a lot of these stock trading platforms. But capitalism, right? Well, the thing is, the good side right now, in my opinion, is Reddit for exposing Wall Street. However, Wall Street isn't acting in capitalism, they're acting in regulatory things. They're even trying to get the government to make regulations so that this can't happen again. However, Reddit is already planning to do this same like price hike and spike in demand for penny stocks and small stocks for other companies. But Wall Street is trying to get the government to stop. So that's not capitalism whatsoever. Reddit is trying to perform capitalism and take control back into the people, whereas Wall Street is trying to be super corrupt. Wall Street in the stock room, that's the name that made GameStop boom. It is now the next morning after what we talked about on GameStop last night on the stream, and what do you know, Robinhood and all of the trading platforms have completely stopped all trades for all of the poppin' stocks. So you cannot buy or sell any of these stocks. You can't even search it on Robinhood. That's the application I use for my stock portfolio. And for the people who still can see it and search all of the stocks that are in question, they have to hold a position for a certain amount of time indefinitely. As in, if you buy now, like say 10 shares, you cannot sell it for however long, and then by that time you can't get out if the stock crashes. So again, in conclusion, this just exposes the whole Wall Street and financial institutions and these stock trading platforms all working hand in hand just so that they can make all of the money and the people cannot. And that's what this whole movement was about on Reddit, to basically take back the power into the retail investor who's just buying a stock here and there. Whereas before, and honestly will still persist, the financial institutions only having all of the upside with the stock market booming, as well as when it crashes they still make money because they short positions, whereas the retail investor simply cannot do this and has no insider knowledge. Yet Wall Street wants more regulations so the retail investor cannot perform such actions to take the power into their hand, which is just completely against capitalism, which is what the Wall Street wants in theory, right? So it doesn't make sense whatsoever. I am personally glad that I did not get in on any of the stocks. I didn't buy anything or sell anything because I figured that something like this would happen, wherein the elites and the government and the financial institutions would step in, possibly pay the government or the trading platforms, which has probably happened, to stop all of the ruckus because they will just lose too much money. Even if Robinhood and these trading apps get sued by the people for stopping trades clearly being corrupt, they probably got more money than what they'll lose in the lawsuit, again, from these financial institutions. So I don't know what to tell y'all. It's going to be really hard to beat the elite. That's why the wealth gap keeps increasing. And I'm not one of those people who's like against capitalism. I am a capitalist at heart, but there definitely needs to be some sort of regulation so that the people of the nation and the world can't get screwed over like they are right now. The issue definitely needs to be solved by someone way smarter though. And so with that, it's your boy Bob Lamb signing off. I know this video wasn't really on topic with like music, hip hop, and just pop culture, although this was definitely trending all over Twitter, still is currently. Let me know in the comments if you bought any of these stocks, how much money you made. I'm genuinely curious. The Bob Gang definitely needs to be making money. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for latest hip-hop news, drama, analysis, and non-hip-hop news, I guess, too, videos. As well as follow me on all my socials in the description. Join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, cut people. You know what I'm saying?